مشاهدينا في كل مكان، أهلا بيكم. احنا معاكم النهاردة في ضيافة سعادة السفيرة كسرين نور الدين كونجا، سفيرة جمهورية ملاوي لدى جمهورية مصر العربية. في حوارنا اليوم هنتحدث مع سعادة السفيرة عن العلاقات المصرية ودولة ملاوي، وأيضا هنتحدث على حجم التجارة والاستثمارات اللي بين البلدين. لو عايزين تعرفوا أكتر يبقوا لازم تابعونا وحلقتنا النهاردة. مشاهدينا في كل مكان، بيسعدنا ان يكون في ضيافتنا اليوم سعادة السفيرة كسرين نور الدين كونجي، سفيرة جمهورية ملاوي لدى جمهورية مصر العربية. Your Excellency, please allow me to thank you so much for having us today.
It's my pleasure.
At the beginning, we usually ask Your Excellency about the diplomatic stations that you have been through before coming to Egypt. So can you please tell us more about it?
All right, so like you've lightly said that my name is Catherine Noureddine Kounje. I am the ambassador of the Republic of Malawi here in Egypt. So my diplomatic journey started here in Egypt. This is my first posting. Before coming here, I was working in Malawi at the Malawi Broadcasting Corporation, the TV section. I am basically a journalist, a TV producer and presenter. So after my education, after my secondary education, I joined the media at Malawi News Agency as a print journalist. Then for 2 years, I went to university. I did my degree in mass communication and then went back home. I did my journalism in Uganda. Then I went back home to continue my journey in journalism and working at Malawi Broadcasting Corporation TV as a producer of Islamic programs, cookery programs, and health programs. And I was also dabbling as a reporter. So I have been in the media circles since 2004. Since 2004, I've been in the media. So this is my first posting. But before here, I've been in media as a journalist.
That's very great. That's so nice to hear about this. That's why, allow me to tell this to the Egyptians that at the beginning of the episode, you were very anxious to know how is the direction of the camera and where is the position of everything. I think this is because of your study.
Exactly. So you can see my whole life I've been on TV. So I was so anxious to know how it's going to look like, the background and whatnot. I was just trying to exercise my work that is on pause right now.
Yes, thank you so much for having us for the second time, because it was really... Your Excellency, can you also describe for us, please, the geographic nature of Malawi?
Okay, so Malawi is a green country. We receive rain every year around end of October, November, December, January there. So it's basically green. The geographical position of the country, Malawi, is in the southern part of Africa. It borders Tanzania, Zambia, and Mozambique. It's in the SADC, Southern Africa, like I've already said. And the area is 130,000 kilometers. And we have a big lake, Lake Malawi. You may wish to know that Malawi was once called Nyasland, meaning a land of lake. Oh. So we have a very big lake. It's called Lake Malawi, and it covers an area of 30,000 square kilometers. So the country is 130,000 kilometers, and 30,000 square kilometers is covered by the lake. So I think you have a picture of the size of the country and what it has. Yeah, so basically that's where Malawi is located geographically.
Can you also please tell us more about the Malawian citizen, the traditions, let us know more about the people and the traditions.
Yeah, so Malawi is also called the warm heart of Africa. It has warm people. When you're in Malawi, you actually feel the warmth. Malawi is home for everyone. You go in Malawi, you will not feel like you are a stranger in a country. You know that you are home because of the way the people are. We are all welcoming, always smiling. You can see I'm always wearing a smile. So this is how Malawians are. We have different cultures, different tribes, and different languages. The national language, the national local language is Chichewa, which is spoken by almost everyone. And there are other languages as well, because we have different tribes, different cultures as well. So Malawi is a rich country where you have different types of people, different tribes, and different cultures. We love to dance, we love to sing. That's how we pass our messages, whether we are sad, whether we are happy. We pass our messages through songs. Yeah. So each and every tribe has their own unique type of songs, unique type of dances. So that's what makes Malawi. But it's a very united country. We've never fought.
And also, I can imagine that also this is the reason why you are more cheerful in the life.
Yes, this is just a true representation of a Malawian.
Your Excellency, and now I would like to know more about the relation between Malawi and Egypt. Let's start talk about the cultural cooperation, for example, how it looks like.
The cooperation between Malawi and Egypt dates back in the 60s when we got our independence. Up to now, the relationship has been very good. So we have the cooperation in culture, education, health, agriculture, and whatnot. So the relationship is very, very good. Yes.
And the field of education, is there any cooperation in the field of education between the two countries?
Yes, there's and
especially Azhar.
Yes.
I want to know the Azhar role in it.
Yeah, we have a lot of students that come here in Egypt. We have an intake of undergraduate programs of 30 students every year who are admitted at Azhar. And then we also have other students, about 40 students that are in other universities like the Alexandria University and Cairo universities, pursuing different programs in agriculture, in medicine, and others are in Azhar doing some religious type of education. So you can see that the relationship is very good. Malawi is actually benefiting a lot from the Egyptian government. And also let me take this opportunity to thank the Egyptian government on the assistance that is rendering to Malawi in different fields, including education.
That's good. Your Excellency, now, of course, I would like to know if there is a trade cooperation between the two countries, and what is the volume of trading that we have now, and also the main import and export products that we have in between the two countries, please.
Yeah, so trade between the two countries has actually increased, has actually gone from, I can say, from little volumes to higher volumes. We are actually trading in tobacco and tea. Malawi exports a lot of tobacco and tea in Egypt. I can say the volumes in terms of dollars. Yeah, in the 90s, in the mid 90s, we were exporting about $2.5 million of tobacco and tea. But as of now, according to the research that was done in 2021-2022, the volumes have increased from $2.5 million to $17 million. We are also getting items from Egypt. Egypt is exporting things to Malawi, like yeast. We get a lot of yeast from Egypt. Electrical appliances, we also get them from Egypt. So the trade relationship between Malawi and Egypt is quite good. It's quite good. We are on a very right track. We are actually in talks with a number of fertilizer producing companies. You know, Malawi is an agro-based economy economy, we depend on agriculture.
Yes.
Yeah, so we use a lot of fertilizer. Our staple food is nsima, maize. We grow a lot of maize, and maize requires fertilizer. And then Egypt has a number of companies that produce the fertilizer that is used in Malawi, because fertilizers are different. But Egypt has a number of companies that produces the fertilizer that we use in Malawi. So we are in talks with a number of companies here in Egypt that maybe we can have trade cooperations in the area of maybe getting fertilizer from Egypt.
Your Excellency, you already mentioned something very important, is agriculture cooperation between Egypt and Malawi.
Yes.
But it takes me to another question. Is there any cooperation in the field of agriculture research between Egypt and Malawi, or no?
There's been a lot of research. Malawi is venturing into having mega farms. And Egypt is very good at that. And like I've said, that we have plenty of water in Malawi. We have Lake Malawi and other lakes. We have a lot of rivers. But we want to switch from rain-fed agriculture to irrigation. And Egypt is very good when it comes to irrigation. So there's been a lot of research between the two countries in terms of that. So Malawi to embrace the big mega farms, and also to shift, not necessarily shift, but to incorporate the irrigation type of farming. So there's been a lot of research. It's still going on, and maybe I'll come back here to talk about the results of the research.
Your Excellency, you have been mentioning from the beginning of the episode the lake Malawi. This lake, does it have anything to do with the cooperation between Egypt and Malawi in the field of fish wells development, for example?
So when it comes to fish farming, Egypt has gone really far. Great steps ahead. So Malawi, being a country that has a lot of water bodies, we also want to embrace on that. So we are on paperwork stage at the moment with a certain company here in Egypt that is working hand in hand with Malawi, so that we can also learn and collaborate on fish farming.
Is there any investment between Egypt and Malawi in any field? And please tell us the amount or the volume of investment.
Yeah, the volume of investment is actually on a very right direction. We have companies that are investing in electricity back home. Our electricity is mainly hydro electricity, because maybe of a lot of water that we have. So we have investors from here, Egypt, that are investing in Malawi in that field.
That's very
Yes, sure.
If I ask Your Excellency about Egypt here, you have been for how long here in Egypt?
So this is going to be my second year, actually my third year. Yeah, I came here in April 2022, so it's going to be my second year, not third year. Mathematics. Yeah, so this is going to be my second year here in Egypt. But this is not my first time in Egypt. I came here in Egypt in 2010 when I was a student of journalism. I came here for an exchange program. Malawians, I can just say Africans, because we were 16 of us from different African countries. So I came here for a training that was organized by the Ministry of Information, and some Egyptians went back home in Malawi. So I stayed for 6 months. So this is my second year, and I call Egypt home because, come on, I came, went back, and then here I am again. So yeah, my stay here has been very good, and I'm not a stranger in this land.
I'm asking this question because I want to ask about your favorite tourist destination here in Egypt.
Hagada. I like Hagada. I have kids, so I went to Hagada in December, just last December, with my kids. We had a lot of fun, a lot of activities. We went to a lot of places. We were on the Red Sea. It was great. It was great. So I love Hagada.
Have you been to the great Egyptian museum or not yet?
Yes, I have been there. I have to the museum. Or you want me to tell you the places I have been?
I would like to know more about the other tourist destination that you already have been to.
Yeah, so I have been to Aswan. Aswan was nice. It's different. It's different and very nice. It's a very cultural place, you know. You get that feeling of being in Egypt. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a historical place. Yeah, so I've been in Hagada, I've been in Sharm el-Sheikh. Of course, I haven't explored more in Sharm el-Sheikh because most of the times I'm there on duty. Yeah, so I haven't been to Sokna. I would love to visit Sokna. So I've been trying to go there like more than 3 times, but every time when it's a day before leaving, I get sick. I get sick. Sorry. But my kids have been there. Yeah. So.
And what about the Great Egyptian Museum?
Yeah, the Great Egyptian Museum. I've been there twice. I went there with my colleagues, and then the second time my mother visited Egypt. My mom and my sister, they visited, and I took them there. So I've been there. It's great. It's just unthinkable. It's a good place to be.
Think about the role of women in Malawi. Although I have a hint about it for being with you here now, but I would like to hear from you. What did they achieve until now?
Yeah, so Malawi, as in the role of women have achieved a lot in Malawi. You may wish to know that we are among the few countries in the world that have ever had a female president. Malawi had a female president, Dr. Joyce Banda. You know, in the time she was a president, she uplifted or inspired a lot of women and girls, and a lot of women and girls worked very hard because we were like, if she is there as a president, it means I can also be somebody. Yeah, so women have contributed a lot in the development of the country in the area of agriculture, in politics, education. I can also give you an example that we have Speaker of Parliament is also a lady. The Director General of the Anti-Corruption Bureau is also a lady. We have lady ambassadors, like 46% of the ambassadors are ladies. So even the president, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, is also uplifting women because he's appointing women into big positions. You know, being an ambassador is not a small position, it's a big one. So I am also an example. I'm a lady who has also and is still contributing a lot in the country. So women are doing a lot. I can go on giving you examples of women who are in big positions. We have the director of the Human Rights Commission is a very big commission, is a lady. The Ombudsman is a lady. So we have a lot of ladies who are in big positions. Yeah, so still talking about women who have big positions in Malawi, we have the Minister of Foreign Affairs is a lady, and also the Secretary to the President and Cabinet is also a lady. We have a number of ministers and the principal secretaries who are ladies. So in Malawi, ladies are playing a big part in different fields of the country.
Your Excellency, it was really a pleasure meeting you today, so thank you so much for this.
You're most welcome, Sarah, and let me thank you and the whole crew for giving me this opportunity to sit in front of the camera and talk about Malawi. I hope our viewers out there have learned a lot or at least something about Malawi. So I am so happy that you were there watching this program and learning a little about Malawi. Thank you very much. In Malawi we say zikomo kwambiri.
مشاهدينا في كل مكان، بالجملة الجميلة اللي سعادة سفيرة قالتها في الختام لشكركم على تواجدكم معانا، أنا كمان برضو بشكركم. بتمنى أن تكونوا ضيافتنا لسعادة السفيرة كاثرين نور الدين كونجا سفيرة جمهورية ملاوي لدى جمهورية مصر العربية أفادكم وسمعتوا اكتر عن دولة ملاوي وعرفتوا معانا اكتر معلومات عن التبادل التجاري واذا كانت في استثمارات بين الدولتين. انا بتمنى كل الحلقة دي كانت مفيدة وان انتوا ان شاء الله تتابعونا في حلقات قادمة، واشكركم جدا والى اللقاء.